Hey, it's Diego with Aim Shoot Develop, and today I'm talking about something a little bit different. Today's video is going to be on a kind of niche thing. It's projector cameras. There are a few models in this subcategory. This one here is the Nikon Coolpix S1100pj, PJ standing for projector. It all started with this camera, the Nikon S1000pj. This camera was unveiled in August of 2009. I'll be covering the two other models later made by Nikon, as well as one other made by 3M. This 1100 shows its differences from the original by being touchscreen rather than having physical buttons. Although yes, it does have a shutter button, a lot of users didn't like navigating the menus using the touchscreen. It felt really clunky. Pushing that top button closes the lens and turns on the projector there. Then using the little dial, you can actually focus in the image depending on the distance that you're at. It's a really straightforward camera. You can take pictures on the camera and display them as well as video. The thing that I have learned is that you cannot load video into the SD card and play it off of the camera. There might be a modern workaround, but it'll only play Nikon video taken on this camera. Another cool little feature is that it has a tilt feature, so you can set the camera down and it'll display at an angle. It'll take this type of battery, which is also the one used for the 1200, and it takes standard SD cards. This camera came shipped in 4 colors. There's black, purple, green, and the silver, which I do not have. Silver literally looks like the bottom of the purple camera. Here's the last installment that Nikon made. This is the S1200pj. After so many people were outspoken about not liking the touchscreen, they switched back to physical buttons. Both of these cameras shoot at 14.1 megapixels. They kept the tilt feature on the bottom of the camera, and they took off the button on top that turns on the projector. Rather, they just have the dial, and to turn on the projector you just slide this cover down, which makes more sense because my other cameras have dust collecting on the inside of the lens for the projector. You'll be greeted by the Coolpix logo and then the image. The big difference between this camera and the previous model is that it has a much brighter projector screen. I recorded this video in daylight, but you can still see that the image and colors and light are just still punching through. Overall, I really like these Nikon cameras for their image quality, and the picture is actually pretty cool. Lastly is this 3M projector camera. I personally think this is a really cool fan favorite of mine. Because of that startup music, it felt like I just woke up. This is the complete opposite of the Nikon. While the Nikon feels like a camera with a projector, this feels like a portable projector with the afterthought of adding a camera. The interface itself is actually really simple. It's a really straightforward product. The button on the left is to take pictures, while the button on the right is to record video. And the middle button here is to use the projector. The thing I kind of don't like about it is that it doesn't use the display. Once the projector is on, you have to use the projector to navigate the screens. But once you get it going, you can see that these colors really punch and it looks really vivid. Another thing I'm not too fond of is you cannot turn off the navigation icons on the display. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just something worth mentioning. It has a bit more flexibility compared to the Nikon. It has AV out, there's the charging port, and an HDMI port. Here's the back with the lens that reminds me of an early 2000s phone, as well as the speaker and the tripod mount there. When these cameras came out, they were truly revolutionary, and I wish more camera companies would take risks like this. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. My YouTube channel already has full-length videos talking about really niche or cool, interesting cameras just like this. If you want to see what I'm doing meanwhile of putting out YouTube videos, you can check out the link in my bio, Aim Shoot Develop, where I have links to all my social media. Alright, that's pretty much it. Take care. Peace.